Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go over how to export a PDF map highlighting the top 25% of the population for the state of Minnesota. We'll begin on the Minnesota Geospatial Commons website. That is gisdata.mn.gov. We'll start by searching city, townships, and unorganized territories. And we're going to click on this first result right here. What we want is the shapefile, so we're going to click download right here. And while that downloads, we're also going to search for another shapefile. If you want to click that backspace there. And we're going to type in the search box, county boundaries. And we'll click on this first link right here. And like the one before, we're going to click this download button next to shapefile. Now we're going to find these files by clicking that down arrow and clicking show in folder. And we can see in our downloaded files the two shapefiles that we just chose. For organization's sake, I am going to take those and put those into a folder that I made for this project. For convenience and added ease, I've also saved my GIS file to this folder as well. Opening this up, we need to make sure to extract both these by right-clicking and selecting Extract All. Now we're going to make sure that we're putting this in the same folder that we have all these other things in. For me, that's tutorial, but it could be whatever you choose to name it. We'll select that folder. Click Extract. And now once that's complete, we can see that the extracted folder is now in the tutorial folder, and we will proceed to do the same with the other. Once again, making sure that we're putting everything in the same folder. And click Extract. Now we'll see that we have all that we need to begin our project, and we will open up ArcGIS. And I've already opened up a blank map, and we will get rid of these extra world topographic map and world hillshade, because we don't really need that. It's just going to clutter things up and take away from the beautiful map that we're about to create. And now we will proceed by adding a folder connection. So if you want to click on over to your catalog pane, you'll see folders. We'll right-click that and click Add Folder Connection. We will now search for that folder that we put our shapefiles into. For me, like I said, that would be tutorial. But once again, it's whatever you choose. Select OK. We now have established a folder connection to that. So yes, if we click down here, we see the name of the file and tutorial. That's the folder that we need. And we see the two shapefiles that we downloaded earlier. We'll begin by clicking and dragging this first county boundaries shapefile right directly onto the map. Once again, with the city township unorganized shapefile, we're going to click and drag that guy on there too. You can see over here in the contents pane, we have both layers. You can click the checkbox to show or hide these. Right-clicking on each of these, we're going to open the attribute tables, take a gander at those, see what we're working with. So by the looks of it, looks like we're going to be using the county COD and the county COD in both of them. To dissolve these, using the dissolve function in the geoprocessing pane. So if you click over here to the side or by clicking tools under the analysis tab, we'll get the geoprocessing pane, and we're just going to type in dissolve under find tools. and click on this first result. Now with this open, we are going to input features, click this arrow, and select the City Township Unorganized shapefile. I'm gonna give this a name that lets me select these, and I'm gonna type in dissolve. Under dissolved fields, we'll click this side arrow that seems to be outside of the view of the screen, but it's right on the side of that. Click the down arrow and select County COD. Under the statistics field, do the same by clicking that down arrow. Here we're going to select population. Make sure that under statistic type it says sum. And now we're just going to click the run button here. And now that has successfully created this dissolved layer. We can click these two arrows to hide them. Exit out of these attribute tables, and we're going to open this new one that we created. And now as you can see, we have both of these now included in one table. And that's exactly what we needed to do. So we can now close out of that. And we're actually going to close out of the geoprocessing pane, any extraneous stuff we have over here because we don't really need it. Next step will be to direct yourself to the symbology pane. It looks like I already have mine open here. But if you do not have yours, you can click on open the symbology pane under the Appearance tab and selecting Symbology, and that'll open it up as well. Next, we're going to click the side arrow under Primary Symbology where it says Single Symbol, and we are going to change that to Graduated Colors. Yeah, Graduated Colors. That one. So yeah, make sure that sum population is under field. Normalization, we'll leave that at none. Method, we're going to change on over to quantile, and that's going to evenly distribute our results. And we'll then change it to 4. This is going to help us make the 4 divisions of records, essentially with each representing 25% since we're looking for that top 25%. So with that being said, we should be able to use this last highest result and have it accurately depict the top 25% of the population of Minnesota. So yeah, that's awesome. Continuing on, we are going to manually select these colors. Give it a little bit of a different look here. I double clicked on that. We're going to click on Properties. Under Color, I'm going to make this blue. And I'm also going to make the outline color blue. Click Apply. We can now see that all of those polygons have been altered. We're going to click this back arrow. I have already symbolized these lower 3 values as white, but I guess that was actually just kind of unnecessary because we're just going to end up grabbing all these, selecting the top and the bottom, and clicking Shift so that we have all 3 selected. We'll right click and select Combine Breaks. And that's going to combine them all into one value. Make sure that you enter a label for the blue. We're going to list that as top 25. And here we're just going to label this lower one as counties. Whoops. There we go. Whoopsies. All right. So now we have the 2 records and we have the map that we were wanting to create. Excellent. So now we're going to create a layout. Let me move this screen here so we can see the top. Click on the map pane. Just kidding. Under the insert pane, under new layout, we're going to click that button. I like landscape, so I'm going to select this. But as you can see, there's a bunch of different sizes and directions, different things you can choose. Select whatever you would like. And as you can see, we have this blank layout. We'll add our map that we created by selecting this map frame button. And you can see that map right here. Click on it. And then we just draw it on by making a little window frame. And there we go. I'm gonna adjust that scale because that's a wee bit big. Double click on it. If we select, let's see, display options, the second icon here, we'll see the scale. We're gonna focus on where it says scale, select this down arrow, and you can go ahead and select whatever you think would fit best. I like 1 to 5 million, but there's a bunch of different options. Way small, super big. But yeah, we're just going to stick with this guy. All right. And then if you click away, you can see there's kind of like a real, like not super appealing looking frame. So we're going to get rid of that as well. Click on this arrow up here where it says map frame, select, let's see, border. And under, let's see where it says color, and there's an arrow. Click that, select no color. Let's click yes. Since we clicked it there, we don't need to click apply. As you see, if you click away, and it's all gone. Next, we get to add the north arrow. I'm just gonna choose this one. It's nice and simple, but you can click whatever one you want. By clicking and dragging onto the screen, it will apply it onto that, and now we need, let's see, a scale bar. Do the same thing, click and drag. You can go in and adjust these later. For instance, I hate that font. I'm definitely gonna change that later. Or, you know, we'll do it now. Why not? Under text symbol appearance, see we got Arial. I like this one better though. So we'll click that. And I like lowercase just because I'm weird like that. I'm going to change that as well. We select apply and everything is going to change to exactly how we just edited it. I'm going to make this guy a little smaller. Beautiful. Okay, now the big thing, legend. Click that button up there at the top and you can click and drag. And like the other two, you know, that'll just pop up again. I don't want this dissolved layer, so I'm going to click Show Properties and deselect layer name, and that takes it right off right there. Now we can click and bring this guy over here. And we have all that information put together. I'm going to add a title up here where it says graphics, text. I like to use the straight text button. And again, you're going to click and drag. And for title, I mean, you can name it whatever you want, but I'm going to do top, 25%. Let's do Minnesota population, top 25%. And that is absolutely gigantic. So we're going to take this guy, go to text symbols, shrink it down quite a bit. Let's do all uppercase for this one. And there you go. Maybe just a little bit smaller, it's still kind of big. There we are. I really don't like how that looks. It's gonna bother me. So I'm just gonna leave it exactly as it is and swallow my pride. Okay, so there we go. And we're now going to export it. You can click on the share button and the arrow where it says layout, click that. Over here we have all these options. We're gonna make sure that under file type it says PDF. And let's see, all that looks good. Click export. And right down here it says export completed. I'm going to click view exported file. And look at that, guys. How lovely. We got our map. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.